Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Hoddy Talk. You've always heard me talk about the importance and the key to residential real estate brokerage certainly is listings, listings, and be able to control your destiny by building your listing base. So I wanted to talk today about what I perceive is a new listing initiative, not a for sale by owner, not expired listings, not one-on-one in your neighborhood and sphere of influence, but a different type of listing leads that I think is becoming predominant in today's market, today's ever-changing market. And that is rental properties, rental homes, townhomes, and condominiums. As we went through the recession in 2009, 2010, there were a lot of people who were moving on to a new home, a new city, new house, different home, and could not sell their existing home. So they decided to rent the house. They decided to rent those homes or condominiums. And today, I believe the market is ripe to go back and talk to those homeowners and talk about selling now because the time is right today. What triggered my conversation for this today is my travels in the last week. I've been to places like Virginia Beach. I've been to Aspinwall, Pennsylvania. I've been to Shaker Heights, Ohio. And in my travels just driving around, I've noticed, for the first time I can remember, so many really nice houses that are for rent. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe there's something here about this, that there is a backlog of people who have been renting their houses, and now, if they would have the opportunity, might be willing to sell. And because rents have gotten to such a point that we maybe oversaturated the rental market, I think these folks are going to have a harder time renting in the next year to come. So I want to just trigger everybody, and just in their own travels, look around for houses or townhouses that have for rent signs on them. Then go and also go onto Craigslist and go on some of the other the for rental properties on the different internet sites, and go and look in your local newspaper, and you're going to find great houses that are for rent. And I think this is an opportunity to make the call to those homeowners, those property owners, and say, I saw your properties for rent, but I think we have buyers. Could I come over and take a look at the house? Because I think we would have a buyer for your house. And a little rule of thumb, before you make that call, look up what has sold in the neighborhood. Look up the other most recent sales so you can talk specifically about houses that sold in the last 6 months and the prices they got for those houses. And also, a little word of thumb is, I find the most houses, if you take the annual rent, say it's $2,000 a month, or the house rent for $24,000 a year, and you take 12 times that number and use that to the seller, that's probably what the fair market value is for that house will sell. So, and I think you'll be surprised when you make those calls to those folks that have their houses for rent, how many of them would like to sell but have not realized that the market has turned. That it's not 2009, it's not 2010. The prices have gone up dramatically in virtually every neighborhood that we live in. And those houses, of course, would be in great demand today. So my challenge is for everyone who's listening, in the next week, find a for rent property and make the call. Look up the information, look up who the owner is, track it down, look up what's been sold recently in that neighborhood, and make the call to that seller and ask for the order. Ask for the order, because I guarantee if they realize, 9 out of 10 people, if they realize they could sell their single-family home, townhome, or condo in today's market for the kind of prices that we're getting today, they would be excited to do so. Have a great rest of the week. We've got a huge closing week coming up. July of this year probably will be the best closing month of the year, it looks like. Hopefully it'll be better in August, but we had a great closing month in June, and I know some of the offices are just banged up with 15 and 20 closings on Thursday and Friday. So have a great rest of the week and enjoy.